In this video, we are going to look at equations of parallel and perpendicular lines. So in this first problem, they are telling us to use the given conditions to write an equation for the line in point-slope form and slope-intercept form. The line is passing through -7, -5 and parallel to the line whose equation is y equal -5x plus 4. Now, the slope of the line they have given me is -5. And what you need to know is that parallel lines have the same slope. So parallel lines have the same slope. So if the slope of the line they gave me is -5, then the slope of the line I'm looking for is -5. Now they asked me to first write it in point-slope form. So in point-slope form, I take y minus the y value of my point, which is -5. I say it's equal to the slope of my line, which is also -5, times x minus the x value of my point, which is -7. So if I clean that up, anytime you subtract a negative, that becomes positive. So y plus 5 equals -5, and then here again times x plus 7. So this would be the point-slope form version of that line. And then to put it in slope-intercept form, I go ahead and get the y totally by itself. So I have my y plus 5 equals, I'm going to go ahead and distribute, -5x minus 35, and then get the y totally by itself. So in slope-intercept form, I would have y equals -5x minus 40. So that is my slope-intercept form. Okay, so with the second problem here, again, we're using the given conditions to write the equation in both point-slope form and slope-intercept form, just like before. This time it's passing through the point 7, -6, but they tell me it's perpendicular to the equation y equals -1 or positive 1/3 x plus 3. So the slope of the line they're giving me is positive 1/3. So what you have to know about perpendicular lines, so to be perpendicular means they intersect at a 90-degree angle, and in order to do that, perpendicular lines have what we call opposite reciprocal slopes. And so picture-wise, if you think of one line, okay, notice that one's going up, it would have a positive slope. In order to intersect it at a 90-degree angle, you have to have another line that's going down, so it would have a negative slope. So that's why we say opposite. And then if you'll also notice my first line, its slope is kind of flat. Well, the perpendicular one is more steep. And so that's where the reciprocal part comes in, because if we reciprocate, say, for example, the 1/3, it's a lot steeper when you say 3/1. So for the line I'm looking for here, if I take the opposite reciprocal of the slope of the line they gave me, the slope they gave me was positive 1/3, I have to say negative, and when you reciprocate 1/3, you get 3/1, which you can just simply call -3. So now, again, in, first of all, point-slope form, we take y minus the y value of the point they gave me, which is -6, and we say that's equal to the slope of the line we're looking for, which is -3, times x minus the x value of the point, which is positive 7 this time. So now if we clean this up, that becomes a y plus 6 equals a -3 times x minus 7. So this would be your point-slope form. And again, to rearrange that into slope-intercept form, that's where we get y by itself. So I've got y plus 6. I'm going to go ahead and distribute here, equals negative 3x plus 21. And when I subtract 6 on both sides, I'm left with y equals negative 3x plus 15. And that would be my slope-intercept form equation of that line.